Okay, Captain Larry, W6WUH, I think this is video number 4. You can see on this side of the chassis, this has gotten the preliminary cleaning. There's some stuff on here that's not coming off easily with hot water and detergent and the scrubbing pad. So I'm leaving it. I'll come back to it. I'm going to use the solvent on it because it's probably grease. These things, if you find them and they've been in garages, you don't know where they've been, but if they've been in a garage, it's not uncommon to find that somebody has dribbled motor oil in them. So I want to come over here and when you're doing this cleaning, you have to know some things in order to keep from doing something stupid and damaging something. And this plate choke is a classic example. There's thousands of turns of wire on this plate choke, and they're covered with cloth insulation. And you can see here how small the individual wire is. So you don't want to get that pie wound RF choke all wet. Save that for a slightly damp paper towel or even a Q-tip. Try to dust it with a dry toothbrush or something. Don't scrub it, don't manhandle it physically, and don't get it all wet. Just as I said with these transformer laminations, you don't want to douche them with, sloppy bunches of water. Same thing with this thing. This thing going to get lightly cleaned, but not with something really, really wet. It's kind of unavoidable in a radio this dirty to not get some soapy water in the tube sockets. You want to avoid doing that. You want to avoid trying to wash dirt down inside them, but don't become overly concerned about it. A certain amount is going to get in there. All the tube sockets are going to be thoroughly cleaned with deoxit D5 before the radio is put back into use. And actually, there'll be a couple of washings here. This is a preliminary one. There'll be a second one. Then it will get rinsed. I don't want to leave the soap residue on there forever. So it will get rinsed and it'll be thoroughly dried. And then the tube sockets will get treated with deoxit. So they're going to be okay. Just don't go nuts. Back in these little corners here where your fingers really can't get very well, the answer is going to be a toothbrush, and where a toothbrush won't do it, then the answer is going to be a screwdriver with a piece of cloth wrapped over the tip with soap and water on it, or sometimes even a Q-tip. But basically, a screwdriver with a piece of a rag on the end and some soap and water will get into lots of little places that you can't get anywhere otherwise, especially down in here where you're trying to get around things where you can't get a finger. The only thing you can do is get in there with the screwdriver and a piece of cloth. So, okay, enough for that.